It's time for not assassination classroom farming. This is solo leveling farming from Mr. SinChi. This is called... What's the title? Solo leveling season 2 is going to be crazy. What's Nuggets doing here?
You guys, look at my boy getting it. I thought...
Anyone see this dude on TikTok everywhere? Yo, Tansu goes fucking crazi. It's the Nishi no ya Daddy Daddy song, and then it's like a bunch of Japanese suits that's just dancing, and it's just really fun to watch.
I thought I wouldn't make a video out of this episode, but A1 was like,
money.
Press. I'm in. Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 5 was really good, and probably the best looking in terms of drawing quality or just the episode itself. Even if this is a setup episode, the overall consistency is amazing. Season 2 really showed an upgrade in terms of compositing and overall aesthetic from all three departments, and although the limitations seem visible in the action scenes, the way they handled it is great. Before talking about the episode, I'm gonna go sicko mode for a bit. For the people that hate talking about the episode, I'm gonna go sicko mode for a bit. For the people that's hating on
weakest, it's a setup episode. It can't be all action all the time. It's not nitpicking. Continues to pick like a baby the whole world. Honestly, I hate the manhwa fans who just constantly trash anime like, ooh, this adaptation is shit because it doesn't look like a copy paste of a manhwa panel. Like they don't understand that anime is a complete diff medium. This guy's actually true. Vaidik Chauhan 4382. This is a very level-headed take.
On my previous video, I get it. If you like the episode and I'm criticizing it, sure. First of all, I still enjoyed it, but what I'm saying is, correct me.
Here's the thing, right? Children think only in absolute, binary, 0, 1, true, false, good, bad. It's like if you criticize it, then it's as if, oh, you must hate this. It's like, no, retard. The episode was good. But there's things that definitely could have improvements. But again, stupid fanboys just cannot like contextualize criticism in like a spectrum and immediately will say, you're a hater. You must hate this shit. You are just a nitpicking asshole. It's just like, brother in Christ, what are you fucking doing? Listen to the video. Listen to the commentary.
I don't know everything about animation. I'm still learning.
Hey, Genshin Impact.
Hell, a couple days ago I just learned how to check if an episode was outsourced by what studio. Shout out Keyframe Staffless. Some people can correct me, but most of
holy, we are essaying.
You just
oh, budget. This episode doesn't have action. Why would you give it budget?
I nitpick too when it comes to highlighting some of the good parts of an episode. Of course, I don't target my video to the Sakuga space, but more mainstream, I guess.
Smart. It's way better to do that, honestly. It's way bigger market cap.
Because of money. It just goes to show shonen fans can't appreciate a good-looking non-action episode. Yeah. How it's directed and boarded. There's a lot of them. SSS Gridman episode 9, 86 part 2 episode 11,
86 mentioned.
Road to the Top episode 4. Okay, that's kind of action.
Every time I see Uma Musume, I am just shocked at how good the animation looks.
Kaguya-sama season 3 episode 13. Or for your shonen brain,
7
episode 7, JJK season 2 episode 5, that one Shikamaru episode in Shippuden.
Oh, that one crazy. This is an anime original scene too, apparently. Like, this shit was not in the manga. There was no need for Shikamaru and his dad to have this scene after the death of, you know, their sensei. This scene, I thought was from the manga, bro. No, it's an anime original. Perhaps one of the greatest scenes and an emotional tone in a Naruto Shippuden.
A lot more. I still love the episode since I don't only care about the action parts. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. I'll give you my last words.
Do not be a retard when I'm trying to help you out.
There's no way that's the real dub. There's no way that's the real dub.
I'll give you my last words.
Do not be a retard when I'm trying to help you out.
This episode covered chapter 67 to chapter 71. It was a pretty straightforward adaptation. Not one-to-one, but not much content besides some stuff that might appear in future episodes. One quite important cutscene is Gino talking to a certain someone that will appear soon. So I'm not going to show it. Another thing that the anime always does is lowering the count of characters. This episode, we have the Hunter Guild team.
I think this is an anime original scene too.
Which had 10. but in the manhwa it had 18,
Oof.
counting Jinwoo. They always do this. They remove 1 or 2 people with Hwang Dong-suk's.
I think that if I mean most of the dudes are just kind of filler, right? They're like, are they that important, right? Some of them are, so that's why some of them will be included with the cool design for. But the other ones is kind of like just filling in the fucking queue, right? There's no need to include all of them.
Group, and remove 1 person from the ice dungeon thing with the people that was in Jinwoo's group, but they probably removed them because those were probably just NPCs, so it didn't really matter. Also, some of the characters from this group, more specifically these 2 girls, or farming,
Yeah, they seem important.
or
Dude, this girl, holy shit, the fan service is going crazy with her.
breast farming were
Yep.
already shown in the first season. It's all anime original scenes. One scene was hanging with Heejin.
Yeah, right over here, right? This is the season 1 scenes, right? And she was also present in the plane near Chahayan too.
Best girl in terms of my type.
Hello.
Let's ignore the story. And another
Okay.
scene investigating the Jeju Island, the helicopter scene basically.
Yeah, this is the what I'm talking about. You see her? Boom, right there, right? She was there the entire time. And this guy too. This is the other dude. Is this Heejin over here? And him too. And the red helmet guy. Actually, all these dudes. They're all there. Holy shit. I only noticed this girl because, you know, she has that like maid outfit, but the gang, sorry, not Heejin, but the healer girl, right? Heejin's party. The gang is all here. Look at that.
The episode was storyboarded and directed by Kento Toya, his first time directing and storyboarding, an animator that has very close ties with Kaneko and now is a A1
SAO.
in-house employee, I think. Usually being an animation director, mostly have some character designer credits.
Pretty cool scenes here, man. Let's see. We got Solo Leveling, MASH, both seasons. SAO, Blue Lock character design. This is SAO Underworld. Irregular Magic High School, honestly, season 2 was fucking ass. Licorice Recoil, that's pretty cool though.
Mostly have some character
MHA.
designer credits, although some of these he's not actually the main character design, but
7 Deadly Sins as well. These are some huge names.
he does a lot of corrections and stuff. He is the character designer for the SAO Progressive movies, and all of the ideas from that movie are in this. For Toya's first time storyboarding, it's actually amazing. The best probably this season. The wider shots that accompanied with the background complements the scene really well. What is interesting is that the presence of the illustrated backgrounds is unique. Usually some of these shots are CG backgrounds because of how much it is rotating. Like with this shot, you might think this is CG, but it's not. You
Background.
can see that the ground is flat, even if there's a lot of bumps in terms
I'm looking
of
at it.
how many rocks there is. And to get that 3-dimensionality with a flat illustrated background is crazy. The visual cohesion for the
I could never appreciate that. It's just, you know, background art. This is such, I guess, underappreciated things that people would never really recognize though, huh?
The visual cohesion for the episode overall is impressive. Toya was also credited as an LO director. LO meaning layout. I'm guessing he supervised some of the layouts this episode, correcting it or judging from a producer in A1. He may have done.
What the hell is that profile picture? Is that a roided out minion? No, it's just a minion face. Are these the arms? Is this a steroids minion? No, these are just balloons, right?
Most of the layouts for the first half of the episode. That's just a guess. Even the mundane scenes feel so much alive. The slow-mo shots when
Because the fan
Chahin
service?
smelled something.
Kunka,
Is
kunka.
that- Axe body spray?
Oh my
The
god.
body spray that smells a bit too much that it can suffocate you. The speedy walk
The body spray for all high school kids. Everybody use this. Surprised that corporate, you know, account was smart enough to have like someone young and what's the word? Someone that understands the memes, right? It's good marketing.
the body spray that smells a bit too much that it can suffocate you.
Frozen pear and cedarwood scent. That honestly sounds pretty good. Pear, huh?
The speedy walk that Chahin did was cute, and with her apartment, I think the art direction and overall color design is amazing. How it blurs the background since a glass is there.
Yeah, the glass is there, but you can still see the furniture, the stairway, and the building outside. Like, this scene is great.
And showcasing the lights more looks way better compared to the manhwa.
Yeah, it looks way better. The webtoon, again, like, usually the webtoon is better, but, like, sometimes the anime just does it way better.
Also, I was watching the episode and I saw these book piles.
That's right. Faces of Humanity. There were actual titles there. I should move my. That's why I like having my face, in chat on the right corner side, because usually the left corner side there's a lot more stuff going on there. But Faces of Humanity. What's going on here? What kind of book she reading?
Beside Chayan's bed. I thought it was random titles, but there's a whole ass thread on Twitter how it symbolizes her character.
Damn,
So
that's
if
sweaty.
you want to check that out, I'll
Qualities shared between Beth and Cha, basically the characters in the book, and what Chahayan is though, huh? Pure of heart and kind, born privileged, hated for it by peers, jealous bitches, never gave up. All right, basically just little Easter eggs to highlight her character more.
I'll leave it in the description if you're interested. This orc glitching looks so
Geeked out versus locked in.
creepy. The close-up shots with basically an eye flare to insinuate the spazzing motion more. By the way, this orc is glitching because his body was getting controlled by Kalkagun, because this skeleton orc boss guy is Kalkagun. This
What an awkward name. Kalkagun. Karkalgan. Karkalgan. I don't know. Karakagan. Yeah, he was basically phasing through the warrior, right? Talking through him using human language.
Kalkagun. This was not the system. And the glorious final scene. Sawano's OST playing. The
Oh,
sense
yeah.
of depth and scale of this room is
Fantastic.
incredible. The 3D background
Right. Like this, look at this angle, right? It's like an upwards angle, the camera work, and you can see that the walls are kind of like going inwards, right? As you go deeper in to really set that like depth, how long the room seems, but also at the same time, all these other minions, right? These different soldiers on the side. It's just so good. This is like peak setting the boss room stage of this is a huge room. There's a lot of strong enemies there. The hype soundtrack playing as we're introduced into the gate. Like, this is one of the coolest boss scene intros I've seen.
is incredible. The 3D backgrounds and all the CG orcs really made this scene so intense. The aura,
Or
their
farming.
massive schlong. This shot is crazy. How the field of view slowly gets higher, making it to like a fisheye-ish shot. While
Yeah, I love it. I love the camera work that's being done here. Focus is on the main group, but you can still see all of the different orc soldiers lined up behind. Look how long and big and wide this room looks.
while the main focus is Ki-hun. Before talking about the action segment, the drawing this episode was impeccable. Tomoko
Booba.
Sudo, being the chief AD, really, as usual, make the drawings more refined, especially the jawline. Ki-hun really looks more like a main character compared to the manhwa. The
He does. And why is that? Just more defined jawline. That's why his sharp jaw. Now his chin is squared off, right? It's not pointy like Sung Jae-moo, but because the jawline is way more profound here, while over here it looks more rounded, right? It just like, yeah, I mean, one of the defining features of like a masculine person, I guess, is that jawline, right? The strong, square, rugged jawline.
manhwa is a more oval shaped with a more circular-ish bottom, while in the anime it's more straighter with a bottom.
That's right, it is. We're jawline analysis right now. I love this. I love this content, bro. Aura farming analysis, jawline farming kind of analysis.
While in the anime, it's more straighter.
Yeah.
With the bottom jaw just, again, very straight without any curvature. It was very good. The drawings throughout, some of them are corrected by Tomoko Sudo, and some of them can be by the animator itself that animated the scene. So they can also just have strong drawings from the Ginga. Hirotaka Tokudo is ADing too, since there are a lot of monsters involved. He might have corrected some of the drawings for the high orcs, since he is the monster designer for Soul Leveling.
Cool.
He understands their design the best. The action parts, again, although some limitations are put in place for some scenes, the way
Censored.
Toya boards them and paces them are incredible. The tightly choreographed fights with everyone switching to different characters to also introduce them. The range of ideas for the action is what makes it not dull. Using different color scheme, drawing the spine getting pulled with
Yeah.
this great red.
And you can hear the audio-visual cues, right, when using rulers. And then, I didn't really think about that, but all these different characters, right, they had their own little scenes. They were pretty cool. It's not as if every one of them were random NPCs doing nothing, right? Every one of them had their like standout moments and their cool, unique powers.
Line getting pulled with this great red background in the back, letting the action speak for itself, and a bunch more with heavy emphasis on the expressions really makes the overall drawing quality more line heavy and detailed.
Yeah, this girl also has some crazy faces. The one where she looked like a maniacal yandere. Every one of them, like even Kihun over here, right? Mid-swing animation of the face. Look at the details here.
The overall drawing quality more line heavy and detailed to really capture that worriness, or I guess despair that the group had.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Jinx gotcha.
Then Jinwoo was like,
Yeah, bro was spinning. Bro was literally just fucking spinning around like a Beyblade.
it's like
What's he
the
doing?
effects work is good, and the comp just puts very simple coloring, not to overkill it, and the absence of the 3D background, but still making some shots very dynamic, is great. These two shots, the fact that why this doesn't look over textured compared to some stuff in season 1, is that although this is just a texture slapped in the floor than just dragging it, the blurring on it makes it less overbearing, and adding the speed lines to convey the speed of a certain attack is a clever trick. The animation
Basically, blur it. Blur plus speed lines makes the ground texture way more palpable compared to season 1 here, and maybe also some color comes into play. Red versus blue. I don't know.
Less overbearing, and adding the speed lines to convey the speed of a certain attack is a clever trick. The animation power itself is great. There are some moments that really stood out. Guan Shi animated the start of the action. While it feels a bit limited at times, the boards and Shi's animation really sells the impactfulness of these cuts, especially with this girl. The sudden fast zoom really insinuates the force of her attacks with nice camera work. Guan Shi also did Choi's, or Che, I don't know, Korean names are hard, attack from previous episode. Also, I just realized he did some of
Oh shit, Shield Hero, Philo!
Philo's dance scenes in the 3rd season of Shield Hero.
What the hell? Yo, what the... Season 3 looks really good. This is 100... Now, I remember a little bit of season 2 and how fucking bad it was, but damn, there's a lot of movements here with Philo.
The 3rd season of Shield Hero. So that's cool. This
That's
girl
crazy.
too, with the sister fister, the fisting resistor. The
What?
camera work again is nice. The bouncy nature of her movements. I love that the camera is not tracking her. There's a delay before focusing on her. Good boards let the action speak for itself. Love the little details, like her stepping back a bit after punching, then
Martial arts choreography here was really in-depth, yeah.
jumping. The airtime on her, the way we stop for a bit, slowing it mid-air, then
Like staggered.
boom, the kick, really adds more force to it, with the added smears and spit that acts.
Yeah, honestly, the spit... And there was a different scene leading up to this too, where basically it was like the Hellhounds during the beginning of the fight scenes, right? One of the Hellhounds like was in the air and we cut them up, and there's like a lot of spit coming down, but something about like that spit animation inclusion, I don't know, it just kind of like, I don't know, it just looks cool. Little cool details that you wouldn't think about.
Acts like lube. Finally, the best looking sequence this episode.
Kiwoo, yeah, Kiwoo, right? Him sliding across the Orc Warrior here.
Saito animated this. First of all, the drawings are phenomenal. The detail on certain stuff, like the thicker outline on the monster, and Kihun of course, the added lines and the shadows really put forth more of his expression. The more heavier action here is phenomenal. You can even see the smearing more because how slower the fight is here. These cuts are of course
Yes, this is just like the SAO scene, right? A lot of people saw this and it was very SAO-esque when Kirito is, using a sword. This is SAO Online episode 2.
referencing Kirito slicing that one
Oh, this is like the first floor boss. This is the first floor. I think it is, right?
first floor boss.
Yeah.
I forgot the name. They also did it in the progressive movies. Again, the expression is nice, the fluidity, and this orc body is animated, changing perspective and had to draw his muscles too. Poggers. I wasn't expecting much from this episode.
I thought that it would be a standard setup episode, but they really highlighted, this team very well. And like Kiwon getting that priority scene there was really cool. I thought that Jinmu would have the most important scenes, but no, he was just background guy, like he is in the story right now. He's just smurfing and, you know, being the bag boy and letting the actual strike party do everything. And this party is sick, not only in terms of like, you know, their like actions, their competence, but like in terms of like their morals and ethics too, because this party is pretty much like the exact opposite of every party that we've been with, where everyone else is always looking out for themselves and being very selfish and, you know, just sacrificing others. And Jim was very familiar with that. But this party was like, you know what? You should be the one to leave. You should. And they even like made the thoughtful decision to like stop with the raid and be like, you know what? Maybe we should get out of here. So it's really cool how they highlighted this pretty elite party that a lot of people, I'm sure, thought was just going to be like trash NPC, you know, members. But they did a really good job highlighting them.
But overall, this was a very standout episode by itself.
For like the 12 Kihun fans there are of the Solo Leveling fandom, they're probably going crazy for this, right? Maybe he's like a prominent character in the future too. Maybe he returns and he's like a really important character, but goddamn, it's really cool whenever you have these side supporting cast characters that may not be the most popular, that may not be the most important, to have this kind of treatment in the anime.
Not just for the action, everything about it, and the build up for the next episode is so good.
Hype.
Yeah, so trash because I got cliffhanged. Although there was some standout staff this week, it's nowhere near
Next episode, the team is gonna be even crazier, right?
what's coming next week. People are guessing that Kikuchi will do the next episode.
Nani?
The person that also did the Igris fight.
Nice.
And hopefully Kaneko brings a lot of the highlight animators. And of course, freelancers next week. I'm gonna take a break this week. So next video is just the episode 6 video.
Yes,
Since
sir.
I just realized I posted like 3 vids last week.
Woo!
And 2 of them were non-fillers.
Bro's pumping.
Although the filler videos get more.
What's the filler videos? Solo leveling. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with content creation, right? It's just like I could do an hour-long reaction watching like the anime man's breakdown about how important music is to anime, right? How important the importance of soundtracks are. But that's not gonna get views. You know what's gonna get views? Me reacting to fucking sister leveling. Me reacting to meme videos, bro. The amount of effort that you put in rarely ever comes back, you know, as, you know, entertainment is subjective, right? So the filler content, people love the filler content. Post more filler content.
Views. F in the chat. If you guys like this video, leave a like. If you hate it,
Leave a like.
Comment down below what are your thoughts about today's episode.
My thought about this episode was, again, I loved how amazing they made these side supporting characters be. I didn't think that any of these dudes were going to be that cool. I thought that they were just going to get just beat the fuck up and Jin was going to step in and save them. And I'm sure that's what's going to happen next episode. But again, it's the way that they're represented. Rather than just being just like little random characters without any noticeable powers or cool designs, every one of them had like a really cool moment. And the orcs as well, the high orcs, the level of like intimidation and despair that we feel throughout the episode, it's amazing. And the peak lead up into the boss dungeon with the insane camera angles, the background art, the monsters, everything that basically sets the stage of depth and scale of this boss fight, and the soundtrack too from Hiroyuki Sano. Man, next episode is genuinely gonna be fucking crazy. Please go check out SinChi's channel. Here's the video. Give it a like if you did. Here's a link. I'll see you guys next time.